In this video, we're going to have a look at the way that Excel handles and calculates the difference between two dates. There's a couple of ways that we can do this. So I'm just going to do the first one now, which is this is the date they were born, and I want to calculate their age. So I'm going to go in and type in today minus and select the date of birth. Now that of course gives me a number, which is how many days it is between the two. So I'm going to F2 and bracket all of that. So I highlight all of that and divide it by 365.25 to allow for a leap year every 4 years. I press the tick there to put that in there, and it's 35. However, if I increase that format, they're not yet 35. So I need to show it in full numbers. So I'm going to use a function for this example called round down, which says take all of the results of that and round down by no decimal places. So even if I show the decimal places, it doesn't matter because it won't be doing that anymore. Now, before I double click that, I want to show you another one. So this is DATEDIF. Now, DATEDIF is actually, if I have a look here, it's no longer used, but you can still enter it in the formula. And what that says is the date difference between H2 or H3 in this case and today in years. So you can use years, months, days, and that of course will do the same thing. So either utilize the DATEDIF function or utilize the longer function that calculates it. There are other ways of doing it, but we thought we'd show you a couple of ways. And if I take that first one and copy it and paste it in there, and I want that to one decimal place, that will also work because it's a cell to the left. And if I copy that down, that will of course work for all of those. Now this time I want to work out how old they were when they started. That's simply taking the higher date from the date of birth, and of course we divide that by 365.25. But we could do the DATEDIF, and you'll see that it does not exist. So with this one, you have to know what the syntax is. So we are saying, what is the difference between that one and that one in years? And if you're not careful, so we take that and we copy that down, and that is how old they are when they started. And this one's quite interesting, their age at a specific point in time. So sometimes when you're doing calculations at financial year end or something, so it's not using today. So what we want to do is a specific date. So in this case, you have to actually enter the date, and you have to type in the date or use a cell. So we're going to do in 2025 03 31, and that is the date, and then minus their higher date, bracket all of that, and then divide that by 365.25. So there you can see that we can calculate the difference between two dates, the difference between today's date and a date like the year you were born, the date you started, and also at a specific time.